People think it's really bizarre and working against my goals when I say that I'm not going to vote, and I say that I don't think that you should vote either. And they say, oh well, you're against the system. Why would you not vote for somebody who's going to be against the system also? My biggest issue with the system that we have set up, and like I said, there's a whole bunch of things. This is just one huge, major issue, and it's that they perpetuate war. Okay? Now, we don't see war because we live in America, in the United States, and, people live in the suburbs over here, or they live in the city where there aren't bombs going off down your street, and there aren't drones flying over your head. This is real life stuff that is happening in other countries. And you know what? Our military is a part of it. And you know what? We pay for our military with our tax dollars, which, that whole taxation is theft thing. Yeah, it's real because it is theft. And I'm kind of sick and tired of paying for wars. I don't want to pay for wars. I don't want to pay for the deaths of children that are the same age as my daughter dying because you have people operating drones, not even in that area, killing other people, okay? These presidents, they're not going to come in and save us. Okay, whatever, Bernie Sanders is going to give you a free education. Okay, awesome. I think that people should have free education also. But you know what's an even bigger deal than having a free education is that there's wars going on in the Middle East that the United States is continuously involved in and creating since before 2001, but 2001 really kicked it off with 9/11. If you still think that 9/11 isn't an inside job, then you really need to look into that a little bit more because you're kind of missing some facts. Yeah, I have a real big issue with the wars that are happening, and the more that we continue to support this system that exists, by support I mean the more that we continue to play their games, their voting games, when you know that the elections are rigged. Those guys are selected by other people, and then they're going to be voted in by an electoral college, which doesn't include your vote. So, yeah, go out and vote, do whatever. I don't really care, but there's a huge issue that's happening that you are saying that you support by putting your little ballot in that box. You support the wars that are going to continue through the next election, through the next, presidential term. It's going to continue to happen. It doesn't matter who is president. Wars are going to happen. And it's not because they need to happen. They don't have weapons of mass destruction. They just come up with stories so that, the U.S. Citizens will support them and say, yeah, let's go bomb these people. Who cares about their kids? Who cares about their city? Who cares? Because they're terrorists. I don't care about you. Okay, you know what? I don't know if you guys know anything about FBI informants. They push people to do things and provide them with the resources to do them. So, providing somebody who's maybe really angry with the United States with the ability to bomb us or do whatever, yeah, it's going to happen. So how about we stop meddling around with everybody? How about we stop supporting the games that these people are continuing to play with us? And how about we say, we're not putting up with your nonsense anymore. It's sick. You guys are psychopaths, okay? And there's something wrong. There's something really wrong. And I'm not saying you guys are psychopaths. I'm saying these politicians are psychopaths. Like, they are actually crazy. Because there's no way that people could murder people, throw bombs. So many bombs every single day are going off right now. Right now, people are dying. It's not okay. If you've read the drone papers, 90% of the people that have died from the drone strikes are civilians. Civilians. Those drone papers were released from some drone operator in the military, okay? So it's not some made up stuff. You can look into this stuff. This is real stuff that's happening, and people are dying all the time. And not me, but the US government is playing a huge role in it. And I just think that if you are going to vote so you can make little America, your great haven with free education and free health care and all this stuff, you're not thinking about the big picture. And the big picture is that this whole world that we belong to is one. And we're destroying it on so many levels. So many levels. And these politicians, they aren't going to save it. I don't care who goes up there and runs for president. I don't care who it is. The fact that they're going to still let wars continue, the fact that they're going to create more wars, I'm not okay with that. I am not okay with that. And I am not going to use my voice, my ballot, to show in any sort of way that I support them. And I feel really strongly about it. And I wish that more people would see what's happening and not just say, well, the wars are going to happen anyway. They don't have to happen. That's not our options, okay? We can do something about this. And we don't have to keep participating in a government that steals from people, that steals from their citizens to fund these things, to fund mass murders, mass bombings, okay? Just so we can get a hold of resources. It's not worth it, okay? And I just think that's something that you should think about. I'll leave the documentary down there if you want to check it out. It's pretty cool. I'll also put the drone papers down there in the links. So yeah.